What's up, y'all? So I'm down here in Tampa, Florida, in a really historic place, a city called Ybor City, and it was inhabited by a lot of Cuban citizens would come to Florida, and everybody would think that they come to to Miami, because the minute you hear Cuban and Florida, you think of Miami, but this is where they first came, because Miami was just wetlands and marsh and water and swamps and shit like that. So it wasn't nothing down there. It wasn't discovered yet. It wasn't populated yet. So a lot of Cubans came here, built a bunch of cigar factories, and they brought their skill of cigar making here. So once they started doing that, they started, a lot of Cubans started coming down here, living here, building businesses and stuff. A lot of the cruise ships that left Cuba back in the day would come straight to Tampa, to the port of Tampa. See, even the Italian people came. This is the Italian club. But I love coming down here. I've been coming down here for so many years, and I like coming down here on a Friday, Saturday night over the years. But it's become very, it's a lot of clubs out here, so you get a lot of drinking and stuff. So you got to be just a little bit careful. It's not that bad, but you just got to be a little bit careful. Here's a restaurant, Carmine's, you see, was 1948. And he owns a couple, him and his brothers. It was his parents that started Carmine's. They own a couple of other well-known restaurants in the Tampa Bay area. This is a nice little club right here. It's called Gasper's Grotto. I've eaten here a couple of times. But Carmine's, they own that spot right there on the weekends. It's a nice little club. They own that right there, which I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but they should do something, because it's a nice little spot. And you see there's a lot of cigar things. So I'm gonna cross the street. I'm gonna go back this way, because that's where all the fun is at. But it's a weekday right now, it's Tuesday, so it's not a lot of people. On Friday, Saturday, this place is packed. People walking up and down, music playing. A lot of guys with motorcycles, Harleys and stuff are parked on the side of the road, or right here on the parking spots. There's the Italian club. I don't know what year it was born, was built. If you caught it when I panned over to it, then that's the year. But Ybor City has been around, since the late 1800s. This parking lot right here be filled with motorcycle people, but crotch rockets and slingshots and stuff. It's a nice building, very nice building. Ybor City is considered historic, by the Historical Society. So they're not allowed to knock down any of these buildings that are deemed historic. See this long ass cigar, pretty nice place. Amici. I used to work here when it was called Eddie and Sam's, or I forgot the name. But I used to do pizza right there, right over there. This is Coyote Ugly. This place be kind of packed on the weekends. See, there's the building there, the name. The year was built 1925. But they have a law out here in order to preserve the history of this town. It's if they're gonna build a new building in any of these lots, it has to resemble the older buildings that were deemed historic. Like this one right here is a bank. It's obviously a newer building, but you see the brickwork and the ironwork. They make sure it's similar. Here's this place. I've never seen it. Oh, it's an antiques place. It's upstairs. Maybe I'll check it out one day. Fat Tuesdays. This building I like as well. Bernini's. I've never eaten here because I don't eat pizza. I'm allergic to tomatoes. But you can see it was the Bank of Ybor. And they turned it into a restaurant. I wish I could go in there to see. I can't even see inside. Oh, there you go. To see if it does look like one of those old banks from 100 years ago. Southern Belle. I haven't been down here in a couple of months. I don't know what that is. That used to be a wing place. But right here on this block, this is where most of the clubs are. See, there's Prana. There's a couple other clubs there. They're doing something here with the road, historic 7th Avenue brick project. They're restoring the road back to bricks, like cobblestones almost. You know, because they want to preserve the history, you know, which is cool. This says Tommy's Chop House. But don't let that fool you. I thought it was a steakhouse too, but it's not. See, look at that. They tricked me. Well, maybe it's going to be, because there's a building permit. Hopefully. There's a nice little concession store. You got nice little things inside there. You can buy some old stuff. That yellow building right there, that's where they filmed one of the Magic Mike movies with whatever that guy's name is. They filmed it there. But it burned down about 10 years ago because somebody was doing some welding and he kind of messed up. Burnt the building down. Over here we got I would love to live. I think that's a restaurant. I think that's the top part of the club that's there. I don't know the name of the club, but I mean, it's hard to see with this stuff in the way. But here's another little thrift store. Really nice. Look at that. How beautiful that is. Look at the suits from back in the day. Nice Cuban shirt right there. A lot of Cuban hats. Walking sticks. They got some really nice stuff out here. If you look, you find it. Tampa's the type of, here's Kokomo Joe's Emporium. Okay. See, Tampa's the place where, I don't want to say sleepy, but if you don't look, you're not going to find much. You know, you can, look, here's the woman stuff. You know, very eclectic, very, look at that nice tuxedo. It looks like a wedding thing. But if you spend the time to look for things in Tampa, you will find the history, man. Tampa's got very, very long history. Look, here's a picture of what it looked like back then. That's Central Ybor. We're going to be passing that in a minute. You know, here's a picture of the cigar factories that went down back in the early 1900s. You got the Tap House. You got a couple of cigar places right over there on the other side of this tarp, but you can't see it. This is Central Ybor. There's a movie theater back there, some shops. This is Central Ybor. It's Jimmy John's. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, I guess his last name is Ybor. Yeah? This is the guy that, I guess, founded Ybor City. This was this building, I don't know what it was originally for, but it was a steakhouse. And now they're gonna turn it into a, whatever that is, bar. Here's the history of Tampa. I don't know who this guy is. But this is where I believe they messed it up. I mean, they put a 7-Eleven right in the middle of a historic thing. But this is what they're doing. They're putting these bricks, and I guess we can walk down here. But I usually come out here with friends. We used to come every Saturday, every Friday, and go to my most favorite spot that I've been coming to since I've been living in Tampa. I moved here, I think, in 2005. There's some more historic buildings. Right here used to be a jewelry store. And they kept the old jewelry store sign and turned it into some lofts, you know, with some tattoo. There's New York Pizza. I work for the other one that's in Riverview. This is the original one, owned by a fine gentleman named Freddie, Albanian guy. He opened that up many, many years ago. And now it expanded to 12, 13 stores. You know, they got a nice business going on. A lot of tattoo shops, of course. See, this is what I like. See this old stuff right here? This old floor and the way the display window is. You don't see too much of this around anymore. But Star Wars, of course, tattoo guys are such geeks. But they call it a cigar factory, but it's really not. It's Bradley's. If you're an alternative lifestyle, that's where you would be. It's there. Here's the Ritz Theater, which it doesn't have the sign anymore. I hope it's still, yeah, it's called the Ritz Ybor. But the sign up top that used to say Ritz, it's not there anymore. I came here once, many years ago, to see Crystal Method. It looks small and unassuming at the outside, but wait till you go inside. Very, very, very historic looking. It's that building there. This is my most favorite spot right there. It says Arturo Fuente Cigars. That's the main cigar that they sell, but it's King Corona. I love coming here, sitting outside on a Friday and Saturday with a café con leche and a cigar, and people watch. You know, that's my most favorite thing to do. So now that it's 4:30, I'm 30 miles away from home. I'm going to be sitting in traffic on a motorcycle in the heat. So I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is come inside here and have myself a cigar and a cup of coffee, sit by the window. So there we go. Let me see how far I could get in filming. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off right now anyway, so they don't say anything. But there we go. That's Ybor City. You know, this is a nice area here. So that's my Ybor City one. So like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. See you later.